Hello. Happy day 7. This is Holly Baade, the Joyful Warrior, Spirit Initiated Shaman. And today I'm excited to share with you the 9 levels of the Shaman and You Shamanic Mastery Program that came to me through the envisioning, the somatic downloading, what I call thought pockets given to me by the chief, the spirit that works with me. And I'm going to share my screen in a few moments and share with you my website and kind of go over the 9 levels with you, just to give a little bit of overview of how you can go deeper into the process of meeting the shaman in you if you're ready. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do that right now here on the Zoom that I'm recording. I'm going to share my screen. Great. So here you'll see the Holly Baade website, hollybaade.com. And if you go to the Shaman School page, you can see this really brief and lovely offering. Hopefully you think it's lovely. I think it's lovely because it's simple, lovely offering of an introduction by myself to the Shaman and You training. And right here, if you haven't heard the story of the chief yet, how I became a spirit initiated shaman, you'll find it right here with the chief story. And then you can look at who the training can benefit, the 9 levels overview, and then there's a little bit of the logistics explained. And there's an application you can fill out. So what I want to go over with you is these 9 levels. And I just thought it might be a little easier to pull it up for you so you can refer back to it. So sensual sight and shamanic flight. The training that I have to offer came to me when, about 5 years into my process, I'd had a number of clients that I was working with for soul retrieval healing purposes. And one of them asked me, "Hey, is there any way that you can teach me how to do this?" Now, I'd always, for a long time, taught people how to shamanic journey, how to go on a shamanic journey, how to allow the consciousness to expand and listen to the drum and find themselves in an expanded state of consciousness where they could vision and receive information directly from their higher self and spirit. But what really allowed somebody to have a real shamanic journey versus just making up their own mental images and stories, and what allowed someone to have a shamanic journey that was productive on a regular basis. And also, what allowed somebody to become a shaman instead of just practicing shamanism? I had these questions, and so did my client. And so I went into deep meditation with the chief, and I asked him, "Is there a way that I could convey all that I know, all that you've given me the capacity to perceive with other people?" And of course, the chief said, "Yes, as a matter of fact, uh, that's what I've been waiting for you to ask." And then at first, there was just 5 levels that were given to me. And then over time, over the next 10 years of time, I was able to unpack it a little bit more fully. 9 is the number of moving from a beginning place, starting off on a quest, which is really a 0 place, to the 9, which is the end of a cycle. So, working with numerology, this is a really great way to go through the staircase of shaman training. But more practically speaking, it was just a way for me to uh, give each piece in small enough bite sizes that people can digest and assimilate and integrate and really embody before moving on to a next level. So that's where this training comes from. It is sprinkled with insights that I've gleaned from other teachers, as well as literature and research that I've done to seek in the real world ways to explain and experience what I was shown in the spiritual world, sort of being a translator. So, my training program is a woven tapestry that is primarily a direct channeled offering. And also, it's been grounded into what's already here through the ancestry of various indigenous cultures and wisdom teachings from First Nations that I've experienced, and also from esoteric materials from the Essenes, from the Rosicrucian path, from Rudolf Steiner, from all of the angelic inspiration that could find me through the work of others. So that's where it comes from. The first level, sensual sight and shamanic flight, it really goes over how to activate your sight on an energetic level. So all of life is vibrational, as we're all beginning to understand in greater numbers. The consciousness of our world is changing from material to vibrational in this really amazing way at this time, which I think is what's allowing me to be able to do this work now most poignantly. So the chakras are worked with in yoga and Buddhism and various spiritual traditions as energetic centers in the body for various purposes. It's also doorways. There are doorways and portals to perception, and also healing when you can feel them with your. So you can learn how to feel your chakras and your aura and the energy that's going in your body and out of your body, like the pulsing of the universe within you. And then use these centers and this energy field as what you're really listening to let life talk to you. The heart is the center of the work for the shaman, as shamanism is seeing with the heart. But we work with all of the chakras to be able to really perceive through them what's going on with other people and the planet itself as a relational being that we're in communion with. And that is where we derive our true nature from. And then also in shamanic flight, I go over how do you start sort of getting your orientation and your bearings when you're moving your consciousness into the spiritual world. So that's what level 1 is about. Level 2, the field of the heart and the sacred garden. The field of the heart is the place where you go through the heart chakra and into the spiritual realm. I call it the field of the heart. So this is a deepening of your capacities to put your awareness into a sacred space consistently in the spiritual realm. Some people call this the sacred garden. It's been written about with that name before. And it really is about gardening. It's about learning how to tend our own life force and cultivate the life that we want outside of ourselves through the inner world, the inner life. When we talk about getting mental clarity and working with somatic trauma or um, releasing trauma in the body or repatterning negative thoughts or habits, oftentimes we we leave the discussion at just that talk with someone else or journaling or something of that nature. Or maybe we do some movement, some sort of tapping or trying to scratch the record and bring up a new picture, some sort of combination of physical movement and um, relanguaging something, the written or verbal. In the work that I offer, I help you go into a place that's out of this linear time to the place where the soul resides. And this allows you to change the perception of what happened from the place of the soul directly. It's connected to soul retrieval activity, and it has the capacity to resolve things in just a matter of moments, instantaneously, that might take somebody years to find in the linear time world that we cohabitate in as material beings, spirits in a material reality. So the second level is a lot of personal inner work, and it gets us ready for soul retrieval. It also allows us to have that really solid entry and exit point for shamanic work. Level 3, power, protection, and support, working with the animals, the elements, and the spirits of the land. So, you know, shamanism is not just as easy as closing your eyes, hearing a drum, and meeting a power animal or someone doing that for you. It's really not that simple. In order to work with spirit animals, there has to be relationships developed that span time and that develop trust. And most importantly, allow a person to learn what the animal is in their life for and when to call upon them. And there's meant to be more than one or two or three or four, or it's meant to be a whole team of people that we begin to work with, team of people, team of spiritual consciousness beings, benevolent beings that we work with. A lot of what I talk about in level 3 is what I call who needs you or who do you need? Actually going into the psyche of ourselves on a very deep foundational level of programming where we tell ourselves that we don't really need any help, and that if we do somehow that we feel bad about it, that we're not independent and strong and capable. This is some part of the program that we've received in, especially actually in the United States, where we're shown that being independent and not needing anybody else is a strength, which codependency obviously is not a strength, but understanding that we do need one another to be successful and supported and to receive what we are meant to in life from both the people that we travel with and also from the spirit that's wanting to give us information and support while we're here. So, level 3 is a lot about going in and connecting with the part of us that needs to learn how to receive, just how to receive, and then also how to receive effectively power, protection, and support from the beings that are really of nature, of the natural world, or our people who have crossed over to the other side that are meant to help us here. So that's really important. Level 3. Level 4 is the angels, avatars, and the ancestors, how to know the higher realms and hold reverence. Rudolf Steiner is famous for having pointed out that one of the most important things to teach kindergartners is how to hold reverence for their teachers, the kindergarten teacher, and also for themselves. Reverence is the soul signature that needs to be present in order for the spirits of benevolence to reveal themselves. No, being a shaman and being spiritually connected to a higher source is not just about transcending the boundness of the mind with our mind and being able to have spiritual visions and feel better for a while. No, that's actually just mostly entertainment. In order to really work in the spiritual world, our soul must develop a a uh, a, a produce. It must a fruiting of goodness, and our mood towards life, towards ourself, and towards heaven must be that of reverence. We are going to be limited in our ability to access high potency spiritual manifestation and power um, on that other spiritual level that we seek by how much love we're able to keep as our set point and as our vibrational um, center in order to work with the angels, the avatars, and the ancestors, and actually in any real shamanic way of true clarity and power. So I spent a lot of time in level 4 helping to repattern actually the mood within each of us towards elevating and being able to hold reverence. That is really the first step in being able to move beyond the study of shamanism into becoming a shaman. So, level 5 is healing foundations. And this is the basics of healing. So, the first thing that a shaman needs to do to be able to offer healing to somebody is to see what is there besides the person. It's kind of like a doctor looking at what kind of intrusions there might be in the body, bacteria or viruses or other obstructions, and then removing whatever can be removed to the greatest degree. That's the first thing that the shaman also needs to do, needs to be able to discern what is there within the tapestry of the light of that body and the workings of that consciousness, other than the soul, the spirit, and the life force of the person. So that's what we really focus a lot in healing foundations, is getting to a level of purity. And that also includes being able to discern what something is with regard to a particular person's soul and spirit and light. So before you can know what something isn't, you have to also learn what something is. So actually, all through levels 1 through 4, we're working on developing a taste for our own soul. But in level 5, we work more on that so that at that point, we have a really clear understanding and discernment of what our own soul is, feels like, tastes like, registers as, and then what it isn't. And so we work a lot on extraction work in this level, and also how to sew up light. So you could think of the light in the body a little bit like the this strands of tapestry that would weave together a blanket. And in a blanket, you can have holes and threads that are pulling. The same thing is true for somebody's physical body. And that can be as a result of different accidents and traumas and physical issues, but also negative thoughts, fixed thoughts. I call them thought knots. We work a lot on unwinding the thought knots in the level 5 healing foundations. So after we've kind of cleared the light in our bodies and learned how to do that in one another and people that we love, then we move to level 6. And in level 6, we focus a little bit joyfully with a little bit of change up on the sound healing, the shaman's drum and soul songs. So in level 6, we're able to find the most powerful, you could call it a weapon, or tool, or human capacity that we have and where we're working in the spiritual realm. Song is actually the most powerful thing we can learn how to connect with to work effectively as a shaman. And also songs that are silent, that are just tones that we can hold inside the body silently. And how we can use this silent sound, song, tone, vibration to help others. And a part of this is learning how to play the shamanic drum. So that's a lot of fun. In level 7, advanced healing, we focus on soul retrieval, which has to do with several different kinds of soul wounding. And then also what I call spirit break, which I've never really heard addressed by any other shamanic teacher. And I talk a lot about spirit break because it's actually something that we have an epidemic of in our world. And we can all learn how to identify it and assist people in really just being born for the first time here, so that their entire spirit is able to take hold and come to life. So level 7 is advanced healing work. Now, through the entire process, we're going to be working with ourselves, obviously. So we're all going to receive healing as we're moving through this experience. And we also can work with one another in the cohort. But because this is a virtual program, beyond the cohort that we're working with as partners in the trainings that we do that are live, there's going to be an opportunity for you to try these exercises with people that you love. So right away, you're going to be able to bring healing exercises and understanding to the people that you love and to a community that you'd like to serve. So let's see. 8 is magic and manifestation. I stumbled upon the aspect of shamanism that's magic and crosses over to this world by accident, by divine accident. And you can learn how to go into that world and affect this world directly. You could learn how what you do here affects that world, so that when you move your consciousness from this world to the other world and back and forth, you begin to feel and understand how there's this beautiful yin and yang experience of heaven flowing into earth and earth flowing into heaven, and how it's all really one. Level 9 is surrendering to the mystery and embodying the mastery. Surrendering and embodying mystery and mastery. The hardest part about being a shaman and meeting the shaman in you and walking the world with your consciousness in heaven and earth at the same time is being willing to let heaven guide you here. It's very challenging for us to let our highest knowing guide us in what to do here because we're very used to having our ego do the telling and letting other people's egos tell us what to do and feeling like there's things that we have to do in order to be safe or to please others or because of whatever situation we're in. We live really in relative worlds. You can take yourself out of the world that you live in and plop yourself into a whole nother experience, and you'll get a whole new set of rules for which you have to live into to feel accepted and loved and safe. Life is not just one way. There is no reality that is out of context. Everything is contextual, except there's always a singularness to the spirit that is guiding you, because the spirit that's guiding you, your higher self, the shaman in you, it can see all of the lifetimes from the beginning until the end, all the past and all the future, and all of the different threads in the universe that connect to you to potential futures and to the highest good for yourself and the capacity that you have at this now moment for taking the right next step to bring about uh, the highest quality or closest um, next right step that can allow your spirit to flow through you freely as yourself and express yourself in a way that fulfills a promise, a commitment that you have to yourself, to your spirit, and by extension to God. Level 9 is a working with what that means and what it means to embody mastery as well. I really see level 9 as a transition, partially as well, to how do you go forward from here. So this process, this program that I'm offering, is not about creating it's not about creating dependency upon me, where you need to continually come to me for understanding how to be a shaman or practicing shamanism or anything of that kind, so that you sign up again and again for something that I have to offer to sell you. There may be other things that I create that I feel inspired to share, but the point of this training is that you have a level of empowerment and independence that when you step off from level 9, you're really able to go forward knowing how to continually connect with your own highest self, the shaman in you, to work with your own mastery, your own self mastery, as you progress in your own beautiful life. So that's a little bit about what level 9 is about. I really see uh, the process leading to giving you a black belt and a white belt at the same time. A black belt in terms of it really does impart a level of mastery that you'll take with you your whole life. But it also does give you that perpetual child's mind, the humility, the willingness to step in each moment anew, and also bringing all of the mastery of you. So it's a beginning place, and it's also a transformational place where you get to level up. And that's what I have to offer through this shaman training, level 1 through 9. It feels complete. Um, it feels like a way of me passing a baton. Down below, I have year 1 logistics. And some of the highlights of that include most every Thursday, we'll be doing a live stream. I'll be in Bali most of the time this year. So I'll be there at 6 a.m. And for my friends on the East Coast, they'll be at 6 p.m. And California will be in between. So you can look up your logistical connection to that timing. And unless there's a holiday or something, we'll be meeting on a Thursday. And then there's a number of other things that will be happening that you can read through. And each participant will have a 60-minute personal session with me online a month. And at that time, we will be able to answer any of your personal questions. One of the things that I would do on the live stream is if there's material that I haven't covered or haven't covered yet, I may ask that we wait to answer the question until we are working with that material. But if there's something that I haven't been offering through the program that you're interested in, you can always kind of bring it in as a question, of course. And then there is a year 2 offering. This sort of logistical path, year 1 being a learning path, and year 2 being an applications path, where you choose a population to serve in your community and work as a practitioner with my continual coaching. It is a model that I've used for about 10 years on and off, with different people going through the program and then wanting to be my apprentice. So I put that together in a more formal format. I've done that for quite a number of years informally. I'm asking for an energy exchange for my time. And please understand that as you're able to support me and meet me with the commitment that I'm providing for you, then I can be available more and more for you in this way. And so it's really just us shaking hands and showing up for each other. And the application process is very brief. I just essentially would like you to share a little bit about why you're interested in working with me. And then we'll have a conversation and go from there and see if it's a right fit for you. So there's also a list of events that are going on. And down below, you'll see that on December 12th, we're going to start a Death Arrow solstice ritual. And that's a part of this 31-day sneak peek. So for those of you who are following and traveling with me on this, you'll be able to do the Death Arrow with me starting on the 12th. And that actually begins with a live stream. So I will begin reminding all of us about this event coming up, but I just want to point that out to everybody. So I hope that you've enjoyed this brief overview of the program. I will connect with different aspects of the program a little bit more deeply as we continue to journey. And thank you so much for joining me for this deeper dive into what the program, the process, the purpose, and of the program is. And I hope that you have found through my storytelling that I'm kind of a real person that has been brought along on this journey a little bit like a bunny following her nose. And it's been magical. It's been ever unfolding. It's been a way of living that has allowed me to have a feeling of deep peace at all times, no matter what is happening. And I really want to help transfer this feeling more than anything to everyone I meet. So please let me know if you have any questions about the program. And I really look forward to hearing more about your journey and your interest in spirituality and your spiritual development, this kindergarten for our souls. And if my journey to becoming a shaman and what has come forward for me to share to help others meet the shaman in you resonates with you, I hope you'll sign up and join me. We start January 1st. Have a great day, and I'll see you again shortly.